After a tenant in an illegal apartment was killed in a fire, Fox 61 spoke one-on-one with the landlord, who says he was scared something like this would happen.
For thousands of people across the state, the power is still out. It's only making the cleanup after yesterday's storm more difficult. We'll take you to Colchester, where trees are down and the lights are out.
And in the aftermath of the floods and powerful winds, some scammers are trying to take advantage of homeowner desperation. What you need to look out for when it comes to contractors.
And 10 arrests in Branford. Police are calling it a crime spree, allegedly at the hands of kids only 12 to 15 years old. We're hearing from a witness.
Breaking news now on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. We're following that breaking news for you. I'm Sarah Sanchez.
And I'm Brent Harden. Former alderman in the city of Derby and recent candidate for mayor Gino D Giovani will be taking a plea deal for entering the U.S. Capitol during the January 6th breach. D Giovani was in court throughout his recent campaign, admitting he was at the Capitol that day, but denying any wrongdoing. We spoke to his lawyer, who says he has signed a plea agreement to plead guilty to the lowest charge, entering and staying on restricted grounds. Mayor Zekin was actually consulted to identify him when the feds came to City Hall last year. D Giovani is seen on surveillance getting past barriers outside the Capitol on January 6th, passing police and heading inside. His attorney, Martin Manella, claims that a Capitol officer held the door open for D Giovani. They will appear before a federal judge on January 3rd. All right, we are learning more tonight about a fatal house fire in New Britain.
One person is dead. Another is in the hospital after a fire broke out in the attic of a home. This happened on Belden Street yesterday afternoon.
Fox 61's Emma Wolfhorst is there, and she spoke with tenants of that building. So, Emma, what did you learn?
There are still a lot of unanswered questions tonight, but the city says this building has a history of illegal units and apartments and says it's well known to the city of New Britain's housing department. But these tenants tell me they want the city to hold this landlord accountable.
I lost my couches, I lost my mom's ashes, I lost everything.
The second floor tenant of this home is now staying in a hotel after a Monday afternoon fire destroyed her apartment.
Memories. My son, he plays football. His jersey got burnt. His trophy, everything's gone.
She didn't want to go on camera, but Tuesday returned to her house to salvage what was left. While she was dropping her son off at school, the fire started in the attic of this two-family home in what the mayor's office confirms was an illegal apartment. In an email, Mayor Aaron Stewart said the building is well known to the city, adding, quote, "We've been out there before to cite them for an illegal apartment. They were just told as of a week ago that their case was getting referred to housing court." But the landlord claims he was trying to remove the tenant in the attic.
The guy broke into the apartment and I started the eviction.
Tello says he's owned the building for 40 years. He lives on the first floor and says the man who lived in the attic used to work for him.
He says looking for apartment can find, It's not easy because he got no regular job.
Tello is now staying with family in the building next door.
It shouldn't take more than a day just to board it up, but everything else is like major overhaul. Everything is lost here.
But these tenants want answers.
The person that died yesterday should get justice for this. I feel like the landlord I think he should go to jail.
The New Britain Fire Department is deferring to the city for any updates, but the mayor's office did confirm to me in an email that this is an active investigation. Mayor Aaron Stewart was not available for an interview today. The names of the woman killed and the man taken to the hospital have not yet been released. Reporting in New Britain, Emma Wolfhorst, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Emma, thank you. Eversource crews have been working for over 24 hours now to restore power to customers still left in the dark after yesterday's storm. As of right now, just under 13,000 customers do not have power. The eastern part of the state is left with the most outages still. Giving us an update just hours ago, Eversource says they're happy with their progress but are working hard to reach the last outages. And now they've worked through the larger clusters from yesterday.
And we have been slowly shifting our crews. So we continue to work. We're very rigorous about working with the cities and the towns on their blocked roads. So those were scattered across the entire state. Same with the critical facilities. Those were scattered across the entire state as well as the schools. We were focusing on those, and now we've really shifted onto outage restoration. There we work largest outage down to the smallest.
Eversource says because of access and more difficult power situations, some of these smallest outage customers might need to wait a few more days.
While crews clean up widespread damage from flooding and wind damage, homeowners are being warned of scam contractors. Fox 61's Matt Caron is in Glastonbury, where he spent the day surveying the damage and talking to the experts about how you can protect yourself.
Well, as you can see behind me here in Glastonbury, the cleanup continues across Connecticut. And natural disasters can bring out the best in people wanting to help. It can also bring out the worst, people looking to prey on your vulnerability. The good news, you can protect yourself if you know what questions to ask.
My pool, yeah, the back of my pool, kind of, something came down on it.
And I saw a lot of branches down.
Trees fell down and then knocked out the pool.
The storm cleanup has begun, and so too has the TikTok of social media posts offering to help repair your damaged property.
There are bad actors that use social media. There are phone solicitations. There are people that go door to door.
State Department of Consumer Protection Commissioner Brian Caffarelli told Fox 61 in the wake of storm damage, don't panic, take a breath, take pictures, and call your insurance company first.
A lot of people forget that step. Some of these things may be covered by homeowners' insurance policies.
If you do need to hire a contractor, get a contract in writing. Make sure they are registered, licensed, and insured.
Be wary of anyone who wants a large deposit up front or is asking you to pay in some type of odd form like gift cards or cryptocurrency. I mean, we've seen it all.
In fact, over the last year, the state has fielded 15,000 scam contractor complaints, recovering $700,000 in stolen consumer funds.
One of the most important things to do in the wake of a storm is to resist high-pressure sales tactics.
Connecticut's Better Business Bureau is another consumer watchdog agency. It told Fox 61 high-pressure sales tactics may include an offer that expires or that will only be given to a select few customers.
In these town forums, they're really just trying to get any engagement that they possibly can. Today, more than ever, it's easier for people to just purport to be something that maybe they're not.
And for residents here in Glastonbury still without power, the town has invited you to stop by the library to charge your devices. And all the fire departments have potable water available if you're on a well system. The town has been told everyone should have their power restored by tonight. Reporting in Glastonbury, Matt Caron, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Oh, yeah, a lot of water in a short time yesterday and left a lot of headaches behind.
I know. I feel bad for all the people still without power. Hopefully they get the power restored quickly, because another night of without power.
I know.
That's a real pain.
All right, Chief Meteorologist Rachel Franca standing by patiently here with a look at the rest of the forecast for the week.
Yeah, it'll be chilly out there tonight. Overnight lows in the 20s. So I agree. It would be awfully chilly without some way to warm up tonight. Temperatures in the upper 30s to right around 40 degrees. At least the weather was cooperating with any restoration plans. It certainly was breezy today, but not too windy that crews couldn't get up there and restore some of that power. So they've been making really nice progress. Gusts up to 18 to 22 miles per hour still right now, but the winds will continue to slowly diminish. Our storm is out of here, high pressure building in, and that means really nice weather in the days ahead. But we still have some flood warnings that are up, and water levels are falling for some, like the Quinnebog River and the Housatonic River, but they're still rising for the Connecticut River and for the Farmington River because of all of the water that we've seen in Connecticut and all of the water that areas to the north have seen. That is all flowing downstream and passing through our state. Overnight lows dipping back into the 20s tonight. Tomorrow looks awesome. Lots of sunshine, less breezy than today, with highs recovering into the low to mid 40s by afternoon. It does turn a bit colder for the start of winter, but not too bad, and it looks pretty nice heading into Christmas. We'll explain coming up.
All right, Rachel, thank you. New Haven police are investigating a shooting after they found two men shot last night around 11 at the intersection of Davenport and Baldwin Street. The 31 and 32-year-olds were both taken to a hospital. Despite being wounded, they are expected to survive. There's no word yet about what led up to the shooting, but detectives are asking anyone with any information about what happened or surveillance from the area to call.
A Groton man has been arrested accused of trying to buy a high-capacity magazine with a fake auxiliary trooper ID. Donald LeDuc was trying to make an online order at a gun shop in North Carolina, according to police. A store representative flagged it for Connecticut. State police say they found several other fraudulent police IDs, body armor, and a fake badge at his home. LeDuc is a convicted felon. He also has a history of mental health struggles. At one point, he was reportedly under a conservatorship. He's banned from having weapons because of all this. Police say there are 4 unaccounted firearms registered to him.
A 48-year-old man has died after being hit by a driver in Stamford this morning. Police say Cesar Cabrera Guzman was crossing High Ridge Road when he was hit by a Chevy Suburban. While an off-duty lieutenant actually saw the crash and got the victim to the hospital, he died very soon from his injuries. The driver, a 58-year-old Wilton resident, is cooperating with police.
First responders in one town have responded to 4 rollover crashes in just 5 days. Woodbury's volunteer fire department responded to this crash on Good Hill Road this morning, saying they had to cut the roof off to reach the person inside. Luckily, they say in all 4 rollovers since Friday, the injuries have been minor. That's a miracle. But they're telling drivers to slow down and pay attention to changing road conditions. And in Milford, first responders rushed to a report of a massive rollover near exit 35 of I-95. Once there, they found a truck had ended up on its side, dumping a full load of sand out. Hazmat was also on scene. There was diesel fuel and antifreeze in the road. The driver got out before crews arrived.
Announced today, $10.7 million federal dollars will go toward energy efficiency programs right here in Connecticut. The hope that funding these changes will not just reduce greenhouse gas emissions, but also make energy more affordable for lower income households. The money comes from 2 White House programs, the American Rescue Plan and the Greenhouse Gas Initiative. It'll be distributed to support weatherization, rebates, and retrofits like improving lighting, ventilation, and insulation.
A reminder for students now, the deadline is coming up quickly for Connecticut's new automatic admission program. It's meant to simplify the often stressful process of applying to colleges. An applicant would be accepted to 9 participating Connecticut colleges, all part of the CSCU system. You have to be a high school senior in the state and graduating this spring. You also have to be in the top 30% of your class. The deadline to take part is January 4th. For more details on the program and a full list of the colleges, visit our website and the free Fox 61 News app.
Still to